There's a saying, it's not what you look at that matters, it's what you see. And from the outside looking in, you probably haven't seen much. Perhaps you've only heard of the cornfields and corn heads. Those are here, and here to stay. But look closer, and you'll discover where corn meets road is a group of people who make this place called Lincoln awesome. Here, strangers are welcomed as friends, and travelers are treated as locals. A place that when you leave is somehow unexpectedly on your mind. Like other growing cities, we've got it all. Award-winning local breweries, captivating museums, curated fine art, innovative cuisine, charming shops and boutiques, a rich tradition of sports, and a diverse selection of entertainment. Experience is what matters. And community, well, that's our pride and joy. It's why 297,622 people, and counting, call it home. So when you come to Lincoln and discover everything this big little town in the Midwest has to offer, remember, with every interaction, moment, and experience you have, don't just look. See.
Hello and welcome to Out and About. I'm Diane Gonzalez. Today's show is full of some of our favorite spring and summer events. Jeff Mull from Visit Lincoln joins me now to take a look at some of the fun stuff coming up for residents and visitors. And we're starting off May right. We're taping May 2nd.
Right.
Just came from 14th and P. Big stage being put up for Lincoln Calling.
It's going to be a busy, busy time ahead. And
yes,
so,
it is.
Yeah, much like the dandelions, there's a lot sprouting in this community.
Makes the traffic around that area a little difficult,
yes.
but it's fun. We're going to start by talking about baseball because the Salt Dogs home opener is coming up May 16th.
Yeah, I've been over to Haymarket Park a couple times in the last couple weeks. The ball field is really starting to come together, obviously for the Huskers, but as we look towards the Salt Dog season, they will kick off May 16th with a game against the Cleburne Railroaders. Throughout the month of May into June, we'll have the Fargo-Moorhead Redhawks, the Kane County Cougars, Lake Country Dockhounds, and the Sioux Falls Canaries. Lots of great rival matchups to start the season.
Yes, and lots of fun promotions too. There's always Fireworks Friday.
Yeah, can't forget about Wiener Wednesdays.
There you go.
I think they do Thirsty Thursdays in there, and a lot of great opportunities for the family. Playground there, and I think baseball's America's game, so I'm kind of jaded, but
well,
it's a good time.
Let's go Dogs.
You bet.
Saltdogs.com is the website to check everything out. Another wonderful tradition is back. The 33rd season of Jazz in June, every Tuesday in June. Great jazz at the Sheldon.
I had a chance to talk to the team from Jazz in June. Great opportunity to enjoy the green space. Dozens of food vendors arrive early and then get a chance to enjoy some great musical acts June 4th, 11th, 18th, and 25th. The Spicy Pickles featuring Hannah Rodriguez. There's a name for you on June 11th.
Maybe there'll be some special treats available for that.
Yeah, but these are a lot of great acts and a lot of great diversity in the Jazz in June programming. jazzinjune.com for more information.
And the food festival starts at 5, the live jazz at 7, so a lot of fun, a lot of fun. Well, we've got more outdoor music, some more of our favorite summer concert series starting up, and Lincoln Community Foundation Garden Performance Series is starting May 22nd.
One of my favorite places at lunch during the summer is to bring a bag lunch, go get something downtown to eat, walk over to the Lincoln Community Foundation Gardens and hear some great music May 22nd through September 18th. And don't forget about Give to Lincoln Day on May 30th. They'll have a performance at Tower Square as part of this event. All
right. Live at Telegraph also is kicking off, coming up Wednesday, June 5th. And wow, they've got a very solid lineup. Starts with AM/FM, okay. Soul Dog is in there, and a rare appearance by the Fab Tones.
That's impressive.
Yes.
This is a fun venue, and if you don't know where Live at the Telegraph District is, it's join Aloe in the Mill right in that little corner right there. Lots of great cold drinks and tasty eats for purchase as well.
That's right. There's some restaurants. There's an ice cream shop and another shop right there as well, in
Yeah.
addition to the
Yeah.
food they're cooking outside. So lots of people carrying ice cream on those hot nights.
Sunny and 75 all year long.
There's free music also at Centerpoint's Campus for Health and Wellbeing. This is that new facility at 11th and South.
Yeah, second Wednesday of the month, June's concert performer will be the Melody Wranglers. Visit centerpoint.org for more information.
And let's go inside now for a couple of fun performances. Nebraska Brass is doing its Pops concert.
Yeah, they present Pops Goes the Brass. They're dedicated to preserving the great American tradition of brass music and providing educational programs for young musicians, as well as improving their musical skills. Artsincorporated.org. Click on NB for Nebraska Brass.
And I would want to give a shout out to Arts Incorporated. You'll see their website on a lot of these events because they kind of fall under that umbrella management agency. Check out artsincorporated.org and find out about all the great organizations that they help manage. Nebraska Jazz Orchestra then, excuse me, is presenting a tribute to Duke Ellington.
Yeah, who is considered one of the greatest jazz musicians of all time. Duke Ellington has an enormous impact on the popular music of the late 20th century. Composed, sang, performed, lots of great things. This concert itself will feature the 2024 Youth Jazz Artist winner. This will be performed at the Lincoln Marriott Cornhusker Hotel.
Great night at the Cornhusker. Arts for the Soul is presenting Harana, which is one of my favorite local bands. It's Daniel Martinez's popular band. Energetic, danceable music. His personality is just infectious.
Yeah, also have a chance to enjoy some great Mexican folk music and Latin dance styles. The blend of Southern American, South American, African, and Mediterranean beats will be very loud that night.
Yes.
Should be a lot of fun at First Presbyterian Church.
If you can sit still during that, you just don't enjoy music. Also, I think ice cream is the theme for this show.
Really?
Because there's going to be free ice cream at Arts for the Soul.
Do you scream for ice cream?
I do. Any kind.
Right.
Bring it on.
I hear you.
We've got a couple of theatrical events involving young performers. We're going to start with Finding Nemo Jr. at the Community's Playhouse. This is, they take the big show and make it a smaller show just for kids.
And you're still going to hear the names of Nemo and Dory and I like Dude Crush the Turtle. All the famous characters that were part of this will be at the Nebraska Community Playhouse as part of this production. I love what they're doing in Hickman, Nebraska with the Nebraska Community's Playhouse.
It's really great.
We took a fall picture, just a quick diversion here, but we took a fall picture at work and we gave them a call and said we'd like to come down and get into costume. And we had a chance to go through their wardrobe closet. I don't think I've ever seen so much that's in the back of the house in these playhouses.
Oh, you'd be
the
surprised.
Costumes.
Yeah, Playhouse Wesleyan's costume library is amazing.
Yeah, so it was fun, and thanks to those folks at the Community's Playhouse down in Hickman.
All right, Annie Jr. then is at the Lincoln Community Playhouse. This is their 10th anniversary of the Playhouse's Penguin Project.
Yeah, Annie, of course, is determined to find a way to find her parents who abandoned her years ago on the doorsteps of the orphanage, and now run by Miss Hannigan. A lot of fun at the Lincoln Community Playhouse. Lots of great local actors and actresses and everybody to be a part of this. It's going to be pretty special.
That's right. They started the Penguin Project with this first show in 2014, and now it's back, and we'll get to see cute little Annie and also Sandy. Sandy sometimes steals the show.
10 years for the Penguin Project.
That's right.
That's a long time.
It is really an amazing,
really cool.
An amazing effort there. Flatwater Shakespeare is kicking off its season with Love's Labor's Lost. That's a bit of a tongue twister.
It is June 13th, 14th, 15th, and 16th at the Wayuka Stables, and then the 20th through the 23rd. They'll do a parks tour moving around flatwatershakespearecompany.org for more information.
Fate intervenes with a royal visit, igniting a hilarious battle between wit and passion. Sounds good. Okay, let's shout at Tada that they're going to do some English music from the 1960s, and this is going to be fun.
This looks to be amazing. It will follow the lives of 5 talented females who take audiences on an entertaining journey back to the music, the style, and the freedom of the 60s. Lots of great music here that they talk about. And
yes, there's, of course, you know, Petula Clark, Dusty Springfield, Lulu, To Sir With Love.
Yep.
Yes, this will be a blast from the past for sure.
There will be shouting, for sure.
There will be shouting. shout at ta-da.
Yeah, see?
All right,
Yeah.
let's talk about some of the fun festivals coming up, starting out at Fallbrook. They're kicking off summer with a family and dog-friendly event.
Yeah, the event itself will feature attractions including a vendor market, food and beverages, live music, and other entertainment. Be sure to bring your own lawn chair, bag chair, blanket, or whatever to enjoy this amazing, great event at the Fallbrook Town Center on June 7th.
And I think they're going to have one to end the summer as well, so we'll be talking about that a little bit later in the year. Head out to East Campus Discovery Days and Farmers Market. This is more than a farmer's market, though. It's kind of a science day.
Yeah, with it being on campus, it's a great opportunity to intertwine themselves with the educational component of East Campus and get a chance to enjoy science, hands-on science-focused fun. Of course, you'll have live music and food trucks and a great opportunity to shop at their farmer's market. We both kind of fumbled with that, but take in the beauty of the backyard farmer's garden.
And
Very
ice
cool.
cream.
Yes.
Enjoy a scoop of ice cream at the UNL Dairy Store.
I think they still do the Butterbrickle.
Ooh. Oh man, I'm
So
headed there right
how
after
good was
this.
Butterbrickle in the day? That was what I wanted.
Oh,
and you can get it at the
man.
dairy store. I think it's back this year.
I have not had Butterbrickle in years.
Be a good place to tape a show at some point. I'll have to talk to Bo about that and see if that works.
Okay, we'll talk to Bo about that. All right, the Lincoln Asian American and Pacific Islander Heritage Celebration is going on at the Sandhills Global Events Center. That'll be a fun day. So celebrating the Year of the Dragon.
Yeah, a lot of great traditional activities, captivating art performances, and exciting family games, multicultural demonstrations, and of course, Asian cuisine. Sandhills Global Events Center for this amazing celebration of heritage.
Also at Sandhills Global out there on 84th Street, you can enjoy the Kennel Club show that same weekend.
Yeah, the AKC Kennel Club Dog Show. Great opportunity to see dogs of all breeds, all sizes, go through rally trials, different obstacle courses, and of course obedience trials. I've always loved the obedience side of this, to watch these dogs just really kind of just lock in. So Sandhills Global Events Center on the 18th and 19th of May.
And the Nebraska Kennel Club was established in 1923, 101 years ago. Wow, long tradition.
Yes.
All right, we're going to go on a tour. We're going to start with a mural tour that starts at the Lux.
These murals have been kind of a big deal in North Lincoln.
Yes,
and Joe
they
Shaw
have.
and his staff at the Lux are going to partner with the Mojava Cafe Patio to start walking through the Emerge Link Street Art Festival and see what's new up in University Place. Tours will be about 45 minutes to an hour and about a 1 mile total distance. Lots of great things happening thanks to Joe Shaw and his staff.
He's great.
He's a great guy.
All right. The Haymarket Spirits Tour is coming up this summer, and there's several opportunities to take advantage of this event. Spirits, we're talking about alcohol, but we're also talking about ghosts.
Yeah, this is going to be a lot of fun. I didn't know where I was going to go with that, but this will include 4 stops situated within the Lincoln Haymarket area, a local winery tasting room, a unique bar lounge that specializes in cocktails, a bakery, and handcrafted cocktails, all pulled together with kind of a Ghosts of Lincoln spirits. This sounds
right.
unique and fun. I'm actually wanting to learn a little bit more about this.
There's ghosts that haunt the Haymarket in downtown, and if you do this, they're going to give you a dowsing rod to do your very own mini ghost hunt.
I've used those dowsing rods.
You have?
They work.
They do?
They do.
Okay, maybe.
2 years ago, we took a tour. We took this tour. It's legit. Haymarket's on it.
All right. Lincoln Historical Ghost Quest.org. Check it out.
More information.
Okay, and also happening down in the Haymarket, there's a big food truck rodeo.
Yeehaw! There'll be local food and beer vendors competing for the top prize, and you'll get a chance to pick the winner while enjoying great live music. Food truck rodeo on Canopy Street coming up in May.
And not to be outdone by the Haymarket District, of course, the burgeoning Telegraph District is having its
Yes.
own tour. You can go check out some of the great businesses and also win some prizes.
Yeah, grab deals at every stop as well, so there'll be special deals there. More information on Facebook. Look up Telecrawl 2024.
Okay, we're going to run through the farmers markets. There are 4 now operating around the city. Saturday, of course, is the historic Haymarket Farmers Market. Wednesday, then, at Union Plaza is the Hub Family Market. Thursday, Farmers Market in Fallbrook. This is not every Thursday, but some Thursdays, so you want to check out their information on Facebook. And then the Sunday Farmers Market at College View was the first one to start up. This takes place at the Seventh-day Adventist Church parking lot. Have you been yet?
I have not.
I have not either.
But I plan to. What's interesting and what's neat about this is you have one on Saturday. Mm-hmm. You have one on Sunday.
Yep.
But then the farmers markets on Wednesdays and Thursdays allow you to, after work, stop and get your market meal.
There you go.
Stop and pick up some fresh produce, some pastries, even maybe some meat products, some protein, whatever it may be, and fix yourself a market meal during the week. So lots of great opportunities. I love where farmers markets have gone in Lincoln.
Oh, it's
something
wonderful.
for everybody, and in fact, you'll see a lot of the same people as far as people of Lincoln visiting all 4 and 5 sites.
That's right. That's right. All right. We're going to talk about some fun events that Nebraska Game and Parks has going on. They're really getting out in the community and doing all kinds of things, starting with Nebraska Nature Nerd Trivia Night. They're doing this at 5 different breweries across Nebraska.
Yeah, so it should be a lot of fun. I know we have Cosmic Eye Brewing listed, but Cosmic Eye Brewing is closing.
That's right, but I did read that they're continuing with their May events.
Yes,
so
that will still happen on May 15th.
Let's send Cosmic Eye outright with just heading out to Nerd Trivia Night.
Yeah, and teams are no more than 5, so find 5 of your favorite nature trivia folks and come out and enjoy a great night of trivia.
All right, then Game and Parks will be at Prairie Pines Nature Preserve on the 22nd to celebrate Nebraska Bird Month.
Yeah, great opportunity to learn about Nebraska birds, a brand new Flying Wild curriculum guide, and some more bird goodies. Again, more information on Facebook.
And then we're going to go fishing at Holmes. There will be 2 opportunities, May 28th and June 12th. Just look for the family fishing trailer. And we do want to remind people, if you're 16 or older, you're going to need that fishing license.
Yeah, they will also provide loaner rods and reels, bait, fishing instruction, and much, much more at a very full of water Holmes Lake at this time in the season.
Now, also on the 28th, they're going to also teach you how to fly fish. This has always fascinated me because I know people just like get addicted to fly fishing.
It's an art.
Is it?
I've tried. It just doesn't work for me.
Really?
I can never get the line to go the right way. It's
well,
back here.
maybe you should go out to Holmes on the 28th and learn from Nebraska Game and Parks. There he
All
is.
right,
He's
I've
circling
circled it.
Okay. All right. Now we're going to talk about one of your favorite events. I almost put this at the beginning, but I thought you might talk too long about it, so I put it down farther in the show. So I'll let you go. Cars.
Sports Car Club of America. I'm super excited about what the SCCA, the relationship that our office has had. Derek Fireherm, Derek Bombeck, Speedway Motors, everybody that has something to do with this event will take place May 23rd, 24th, and 25th out at the west ramp of Lincoln's Airport. This is what they call cone racing. 2 cars, 2 courses going in and out of cones to find the best time. People from across the country and across the globe converge on Lincoln.
All right, and if you go downtown, there's a lot of cones on P Street right now because of Lincoln Calling. That is not cone racing.
Don't swerve in and out of them.
No,
Okay.
just stay in
I'm
your
glad
lane.
you brought that up. Safety
right.
first.
More cars. We've got a couple events at Speedway, or with Speedway, and they're both kind of 2-part events. They've got a day thing and a night thing. So we're going to start with Cars and Stars and Tacos too.
Yeah, the Cars and Coffee event that Speedway Motors is doing right now is such a huge event every weekend. And what they're going to do is they're going to do 1 to 4 o'clock an event at Speedway Motors, shift everything out to northwest Lancaster County at the Branched Oak Observatory, 8 to 11 p.m. Great chance to take in tacos, solar telescopes. You can view the sun by day and take a look at, obviously, the night sky. I am going to give a huge shout out to one of my favorite guys in the world, Matt Anderson with the Branched Oak Observatory. If you haven't been out there, Diane, I probably haven't been out there in a while.
We've talked about it before, but I haven't been out there
It's
yet.
amazing. You can go out and do so many different things, and just a lot of blood, sweat, and tears have gone into making this a destination. So put this one on your calendar.
I do want to point out that from 1 to 4 at Speedway, they're going to have a solar telescope for viewing the sun. Now, the sun, of course, you know, with the big eclipse that just happened, is kind of a big point of interest for people. I'd like to see a solar telescope. That
Well,
would be
and what's
kinda cool.
interesting, I've had a chance to look through this solar telescope. They tell you not to look at the sun,
Right,
but this is the safe way to do it.
right.
And if you're really locked in and you really get a good eye, you'll start to see some little solar flares
Oh, cool.
that come up off of the sun. It's like little hot spots that jump, and Matt and his staff do a great job of training your eye and getting you a safe way to look at it.
All right, then we're going to have another Speedway event. This one is called Wheel Hub Live event. And again, 2 parts. It starts at the Speedway Motor Museum of American Speed, which is an amazing place.
Yeah, last year this event had 1,000 cars at it, this Wheel Hub event, and it was all on the Speedway campus. We partnered with Speedway this year with Visit Lincoln and some other partners to do a post-event from 2 to 8 o'clock out at Innovation Campus and make up kind of a bigger weekend event out of it. We'll have some great music out there. We'll have food trucks. Of course, the Scarlet Hotel is right there for people that come in town and want to stay. So this is Memorial Day weekend. It's a big car show weekend, so we're very fortunate for that relationship with Speedway as well as Wheel Hub.
All right, let's talk about a couple of athletic events coming up. Prairie to Prairie is a fun event they do that involves Pioneers Park and Spring Creek Prairie.
Yeah, it connects the two. It's a 5K run that is followed by a 15-mile bike ride on gravel roads to Spring Creek Prairie after starting, as you mentioned, at Pioneers Park Nature Center. Lots of great times, great food, great fun, and drink will be available as well, so great opportunity. I think Spring Creek Prairie is still a very hidden gem in the southern part of our county.
Becoming less hidden.
Oh, it's beautiful out there.
The bird nerd is, Jason is doing his best.
Yes, it's awesome.
Okay. The Hop, Skip, Jump, and Run event is an annual event that benefits the school, community intervention, and prevention program.
Family-friendly booths and activities sponsored by local nonprofits, prize drawings, food, and they're talking a lot of food today.
Yeah, we usually do.
We get good at this.
Yes.
Participation in the event in the fun run is free, but pre-registration is required for the fun run at Skip Nebraska, SCIPnebraska.com.
All right, and now for something completely different. I broke the rules again. I had a tie. I couldn't decide which one of these was more interesting. These are two things I've never heard of. One is a coaster flipping tourney. I assume we're talking about those coasters they give you that you put your beer on, right?
Right, a little square round coasters.
Have you done this coaster flipping?
No. This looks fun.
This is Tavern on the Square. The first event is to attract talent. Apparently some people are talented at coaster flipping. The second one is they want to break some world records. That would be fun. I've never been part of a world record.
So tavernonthesquare.com to let people know where to follow this and get more information. But this sounds like a lot of fun. 3 to 6 o'clock on June 1st. Tavern on the Square, kind of nestled in there by Vincenzo's and just kind of down the hill from the Graduate Hotel. So this will be a lot of fun.
Yeah, I just want to go and watch. I'm bad at anything that involves tossing or throwing. So.
They need to bring back the little triangle footballs we made out of paper as a kid. There's somebody else that remembers this. We'd slide it down and you'd kick it for a field goal. I'd be great at that.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, here's one. This one's right up your alley.
All right.
Why don't you get involved in a tug of war involving a 45,000-pound airplane?
Are you trying to hurt me?
45,000 pounds. This is Women in Aviation International Cornhusker Chapter Plane Pull.
Teams of 5 who pull the fastest time in their division will be crowned the victors. Like, you will win the plane pull challenge.
That's crazy.
Like, these planes aren't fired up. They're not going to help you. These are just planes that are sitting on the tarmac at the airport, and you're going to tug them.
You're going to tug them, yeah. An extreme challenge. Okay, it's the first annual.
Okay.
So hopefully it goes well, and we don't have too many pulled muscles out there, just pulled airplanes.
I got to think that it's not as dangerous as it may sound. They wouldn't be inviting people to get hurt.
45,000 pounds.
5 people, though. Pull your weight. You're going to hear that a lot.
Okay.
This should be a lot of fun. Love what the Lincoln Airport's doing. Rachel Barth, Dave Herring, a lot of things going on at the airport that are positive, and we want people to support our airport, fly in and out of Lincoln as much as possible, enjoy their movie series throughout the summer, and let's go out and pull planes on May 18th.
All right, and right after we've, well then I guess the coaster flipping is a couple weeks later if you're still coherent.
If you could still walk.
Okay, Jeff, tell us where we can go to find out all the information, because I had to leave a lot of stuff out this month.
There is so much on our calendar. Lincoln.org, click on our calendar of events. It's a comprehensive event listing. You can pick by group size, what kinds of things you want to go to, or stop down to our visitor center at 7th and P in the historic Haymarket. We're in the Lincoln Station. Our staff is ready and waiting to answer questions, or give us a call at 434-5348.
Okay, thank you so much, Jeff.
You bet.
The much acclaimed production of To Kill a Mockingbird is coming to the Lead. During the break, we'll be running a list of all the events at the Lead and also at the Rococo. Then Tim Savona will join us from Pinnacle Bank Arena and Pinewood Bowl. Stay with us. Welcome back to Out and About. Tim Savona joins us now from Pinnacle Bank Arena in Pinewood Bowl. You've got graduations coming up at PBA.
We do, yeah. We had dental graduation last week, and then at the end of the month we'll have all the LPS schools, which is a very exciting time of year. And then in between that we'll do UNL and a couple others. And the names are slipping my mind, but yeah, we get very active with graduations in May. Fun time of year.
Always a fun event. All right, well, let's talk about what is going on besides graduation. We've got Lauren Daigle coming May 10th, and she has the fundraising component to her show, or a donating component?
Yeah, there's a lot of activations around Lauren's show, a lot of sponsors around, and there's a element of the ticket that'll go towards an improvement in the venue.
Great.
Which is following a cause that she is passionate about. So we're really excited to be able to, unveil that. But that's going to be a really exciting show. It's family friendly. It's good for all ages. The Kaleidoscope Tour, it's a really good one to come out to with your kids, and like expose them to like a fun atmosphere, but know that they'll be in a controlled space. I'm hoping my family goes.
All right. Okay, we've got music and Bulls coming up with the Bulls Bands and Barrels show. This is a new announcement coming up in July.
Yeah, new announcement and new event. They've been in the Southeast for a while, and they have a pretty good history. They have a concert component with the bull riding and such. So it's one side of the arena is the bull riding, and then the other side they set up a stage. And in their past, they've done artists like Co Wetzel, Zach Bryan, Morgan Wallen.
Wow.
They've gotten these people like on their upward kind of trajectory. So they have a really good eye for talent, and they put on a really good show. And they're going kind of more mainstream now. They're kind of branching out of their comfort zone of the Southeast and trying to go more national.
Does that mean the dirt's only on half of the floor?
Dirt's on the whole floor.
Oh,
so
okay.
The stage will play towards the Bulls, and the Bulls will play towards the stage. And then, honestly, I'm not real sure. I'm not real sure how it works as far as, like, do people come onto the dirt for the concert portion after the Bulls are done? Like, I'm not certain of that yet. I haven't got into that layer of detail. But very exciting product, been around a bit, and we're excited to try it out here.
Okay, then we've got 3 shows coming up in August, starting with Hozier on August 14th.
Yeah, Hozier, we've been talking about in these conversations, I've said, look, it's going to sell out. It's about sold out. Well, it is sold out. It's gone.
Right.
So big night, really exciting. Maybe I'm sure some tickets will open up as the date draws near, but
right.
Just a really powerful artist right now that obviously has a tremendous following.
That's good. Sellout's always good.
Yeah, we like that, especially early.
Heart with Cheap Trick is coming. I heard that I listened to Sirius Radio, and they've got a Heart channel right now.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. I'll have to check that out. But yeah, good show. Classic rock, August 18th. Excited to have the Wilson sisters in the building, and Cheap Trick with "I Want You to Want Me." There's so many hits on those 2 artists. And, it'll be a fun evening in August.
And Heart was nominated for 4 Grammy Awards. Really, some pioneers for women in rock.
Yeah, early on they really started that movement, I think.
August 24th, Rob Zombie and Alice Cooper. I love Freaks on Parade.
I know you do. That fits your mold well. Yeah, this is a show we've talked about before, where it's really you have 2 headliners. Both of these artists could be headliners in their own right. So putting them together and combining forces and have 2 or 3 opening acts on top of the co-bill, that's a lot of bang for your buck. Should be a really exciting night with 4 or 5 bands rocking for some hours.
Now, I don't quite know how to take what you just said about me, but that's okay.
Hey, you said you like the Freaks on the Parade, and I support you.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you
you
for
bet.
that. October 11th, Suicide Boys. This is also another new announcement.
Yeah, Suicide Boys, they're really, really popular right now. More of a younger demographic, kind of a hip-hop style, rock hip-hop artist. But they played Pinnacle Bank Arena 2 years ago, and then last year they played in Omaha, and now this year they're coming back to Pinnacle Bank Arena. So we're really excited to have them. A lot of fun, a lot of energy. Definitely maybe not the kind of show you bring your family to.
It says trailblazers of trap metal and punk rap.
Yeah.
Is that a good description?
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
Okay, well, it's from your website, so it better
Yeah,
be.
well, then it's definitely right.
Pink is coming back. Then she was last here in 2018, and she filled the place last time, probably will this time.
Yeah, she will. We're excited. Pink's such a, pop is really fun when you can get pop artists. And I mean, Pink's been just a stay in the mainstream culture for a while. She's performed tons of huge shows in huge venues. She's been doing a stadium show. You know, that show is going to be a stadium show crammed into an arena show. So you can have like 30 semi-trucks worth of gear. You know, so you're going to get a lot of excitement and a lot of pizzazz out of a show like that. Not to mention great music from a great artist.
Right. One more big new announcement, November 22nd, then Hank Williams Jr. is coming.
Yeah, we recently announced Hank Williams Jr. It's November 22nd. It's Friday night before the last Husker home football game.
Ooh.
So we think that could be a fun weekend, kind of a fun way
Definitely.
to end the season, you know, end the football season. You got a concert Friday, you go watch them play Wisconsin on Saturday, and then they'll go on the road, obviously, for the last game against Iowa. But a neat tie-in. Hank Williams Jr. has a lot of really good acts that have been out with him, kind of rotating. So we'll eagerly await who our support act is, but it's somebody that's sure to be exciting and to, you know, probably bring a whole new audience of their own. So.
All right. Well, let's go out to Pinewood Bowl then. 2 new shows brings the total to 12.
12.
By my count.
Yep.
Right now, starting just in a couple weeks now with Cake.
Yeah, it's hard to believe that we're a week and a half or so as we sit here today from Pinewood season, and that first week is 4 shows in 6 days. So let's really hope this weather gets out of the way for us. We'll kick off with Cake. Cake, as right now, is selling better than any of the shows we have at Pinewood, which is
Wow.
awesome. Now, we have many that are very close, so we'll see how it finishes. But I never expected Cake to be, you know, at such a great level as they are. People are really excited for the show. That's going to be a really fun night, and with really good weather.
I bet the bowl looks amazing with all the rain we've got, everything nice and green.
I was out there yesterday. It's gorgeous. Lush green, thick green. Yeah, it looks really good.
Okay. All right, we talked about that string of shows in May. The second one is Willie Nelson and Family, a 90-year-old with a 7-decade career.
Yeah, I think he's 91 now. But yeah, Willie, 2 days after Cake, just continues to perform and sell tickets. Lots of people like to come see Willie. He's a legend in so many ways. He's reinvented himself a number of times. And we were kind of having a conversation the other day, like, what makes Willie want to keep doing this, right, at that age? And really what we come back to is, like, it's all he knows. He's done it his whole life. He's tremendous at it. He's got a passionate fan base. And he's getting on stage with his, like, family, you know, with his kids, with his grandkids. I mean, what a way to just spend time with those that you love. So good for Willie for keeping on trucking out there, and we hope we'll see him a couple more times at Pinewood.
He has had a big life.
Yes, indeed.
Yes.
Yeah, probably more in a week than we've done in a lifetime. Yeah.
Right. The very next day, somebody entirely different than Willie is Billy.
Billy Idol, yeah. Billy Idol, you know, great kind of 80s rock, almost, you know, lots of hits. That's the type of show, you know, White Wedding and Rebel Yell, and I think those are the types of shows that people bring out generations to. You know, it's a lot of parents bringing their kids with them because the kids grew up on the music with their parents. You know, generally speaking, it's pretty, you know, family-friendly music too. So just a lot of fun to be able to introduce different generations to the music that, you know, people old and young have come to enjoy.
May 18th then, Need to Breathe, and that closes that streak of 4.
Yeah, that's the end of a long week for us for sure. Need to Breathe is, you know, kind of a Christian-centric crossing over into pop type of act. A lot of fun. They play a strong sound, and they do really well. They were here a few years ago and had great audiences, and just a fun, you know, it's fun to look at those 4 shows and to realize, like, they're really 4 very different shows, you know, different demographics,
Very
different
different, yes.
genres, which makes it, you know, makes it fun for us. Every day's a little fresh.
So I was visiting my sister and her husband in Lawrence, and they were playing Alison Krauss, and I said, oh, well, she's coming with Robert Plant June 5th. And they're like, get us tickets.
Yeah.
So I did.
Thank you.
Yes.
Yeah, it's good that
Gonna
you
be
did.
there.
I think that show will sell out. I think that show will come on to be the biggest show of the summer. Right now, it's right there with, you know, Cake and Willie. You know, all those shows are really, you know, heavy, but we still have more time with Robert Plant. You know, we got another month or so to go, and man, these are just legends. I mean, a show like this is the kind of thing, like the show of the summer type stuff. You know,
Yeah.
the things you remember.
Well, I'm glad I got my tickets.
Yeah,
Pretty
we think
excited.
they're all shows of the summer, but
A blast from the past, then 10 days later with REO Speedwagon. That'll
Yeah.
be really fun in the bowl.
I love REO Speedwagon. I grew up listening to REO Speedwagon with my parents. You know, Time for Me to Fly and There's so many hits they have. Looking forward to that evening. And it's a Saturday night, which is fun. We don't get a lot of opportunities at Saturdays. You know, Need to Breathe, obviously, on May 18th is a Saturday. But typically, you know, we fall where we fall. REO on a Saturday night out there is, you know, good time of year, middle of June. And after that, we go quiet for a while, make room for the play.
That's right. Well, what about Vampire Weekend?
Yeah, that's July 23rd.
Oh, I have the wrong
It's
day.
right after the...
Okay, right after
yeah,
the bowl.
Yeah, after our Pinewood Bowl play series. That's a Tuesday night, Vampire Weekend.
Okay.
And they're hot right now. They're on a lot of summer festivals with Hozier. They dropped a new album this, well, I was going to say summer, but it was in the winter time. Right as we announced the show, a new album came out. So they're, you know, very strong following, very well-known band.
Then another back-to-back show time for you with Jason Mraz and the Superband the very next night.
Yeah, Jason Mraz, that's a show I'm really looking forward to. I mean, he's a great singer-songwriter, you know, adult contemporary style music. It just crosses over to a lot of different audiences. Puts on a good show. It's fun. It's exciting. I mean, that's the kind of show to me when you say Pinewood, that's the kind of show that comes to mind.
Yeah.
You know? So it'll be fun.
Okay, August 9th then. We've got a lot of shows coming up in August. Dwight Yoakam with the Mavericks.
Huge package. You know, both of these bands are really good by themselves, but when you put them together, it kind of has dynamite effect. They've just been touring together for the last year and a half. Super exciting crowds, large audiences. It's one to look forward to.
Then a couple of new shows also in August. John Fogerty on August 11th. That's a new announcement too. That's another very well-known voice.
Yeah, he's going to be doing a lot of the songs from Creedence Clearwater Revival. And those are the kind of songs I think that you don't realize you know them. You know, for me, it was like the Doobie Brothers last year, where you keep hearing the songs, and you know a couple that come to mind, but as you hear them, you're like, I know this song.
Yeah.
I know this song too.
Yeah.
You know, that's going to be John Fogerty. Like, people are going to know all those tunes. They're classics, they're hits, they're just, you know, just a very, very famous performer. The band Creedence Clearwater Revival obviously has a tremendous history, and, you know, another cross-generational. So our lineup's really strong this year.
Yes,
it really
yes,
is.
it
I mean,
is.
we usually get like, you know, one or two shows of certain caliber, and I feel like almost our whole lineup is like in that range this year. You know?
It's a good dozen.
Yeah, it's a lucky draw for us. So.
Another new one then in August is the Help from My Friends tour featuring Blue October, Switchfoot, and Matt Nathanson.
Yeah, quite the grouping of artists on that. You know, Switchfoot is very Christian-based. Blue October has a little bit of, you know, rock or Americana roots to them. You know, Matt Nathanson, well-known name. So a big bang for your buck on that show. I think it'll bring out a lot of different audiences, crossover genres of music. You know.
But the last show that's been announced so far is Bare Naked Ladies.
Yeah, I think we're done. We may.
Yeah.
I mean, you never know. You never know when things pop up.
12 is a good number. 13, I don't know about that.
Yeah, if we do 13, you got to do 14. So, yeah, Bare Naked Ladies, a good way to end the summer. I don't know if they've been here.
I do not know either.
Our list doesn't show it, but they might have been support for
They're
somebody
90s
in the past.
band,
but
right?
Yeah, it's fun, it's exciting. I think we'll get a lot of crossover from some of the other shows, and fun way to end the season. We don't go into September terribly often, but it's a good time of year. The weather's usually pretty nice then. And yeah, so if that's it, we'll be very happy. We're thrilled with the season. We look forward to seeing everybody out at it. Starts pretty soon. By the time we talk next, that list will be cut in half.
That's right. Yeah. Tell me, let's remind people too about the rain policy, or I should call it a storm policy, because it's the storms that might drive a show indoors.
Yeah, so it's important to be aware. Thank you for asking the question. You know, all the shows are rain or shine. That's how they're laid out. It's an outdoor venue, and that's the space for it. Pinnacle Bank Arena is not always available as a backup. And I'll tell you, in May, those first four, like, we only have one night as a backup.
Wow.
The other ones aren't. And those decisions to move have to be made like 2 to 3 days in advance, because it takes a lot of like changing of everything.
Right.
Gear and communication and, you know, labor calls and all that sort of thing. It takes a 2 or 3 day advance window. So it's a really stressful process because you hate to make a decision 3 days out when we all know the weather can change by the minute.
Exactly.
But know that the shows are rain or shine, and know that when you do get tickets, you can purchase an insurance option for a small fee. That way, at least you have some protection should you not be able to make it or anything like that happen. And of course, like should the show be canceled for weather, like then it gets dealt with accordingly. You're not out your money, but it's definitely a process. What we really look for more is lightning,
Right.
storms.
And heavy wind.
And heavy wind, yep. Those are the two things we're really watching. If it's just like rain in the forecast, it doesn't bother us. I mean, it's rain or shine. But obviously, you can't have people outside in the lightning, and the really high
Right.
winds is unsafe for all the gear that's hanging from the stage. So those are the kind of the processes we go through, and we do a good job of communicating. Like if anybody's ever wondering or following, just keep an eye on our social media pages. We'll always post there any of the latest information. Like that'll be the first spot it goes is, the Pinewood Bowl Facebook page, the Pinnacle Bank Arena Facebook page. We'll certainly email ticket purchasers if a decision has been made of relevancy, right? We're not gonna reach out necessarily via email and say like, show's still on.
Right.
Like no news is good news. So, but yeah, keep an eye on our social pages. That's probably the easiest way and the fastest way. And chances are, if something's out there and you're worrying about it or you're curious about it, so are many others. And so it's hard to call us because then everybody's calling. So just keep an eye on those pages and
Well,
keep your fingers crossed.
Hopefully, all of our storms are done for this year, and we will
Yes, hope so.
have them early. And now we're going to move
Yeah.
forward and have a beautiful summer.
That's right. Clear us out.
All right, PinnacleBankArena.com and PinewoodBowlTheater.com are the websites to check out all the acts, all the ticket information, find out more about the arena and about the bowl. So, Tim, thank you very much.
Hey, thank you. Thanks for having me.
You're a
It's good
busy guy.
Good to see you. I'm just here with you, having a good time.
Well, that is all for this edition of Out and About. I again want to thank all the guests for joining me. After the show, we'll be running a full list of all the events that we talked about today. Until next month, thank you for joining us, and we hope to see you out and about. Nebraska's favorite museums has reopened. The University of Nebraska State Museum, better known as Morrill Hall or Elephant Hall, has been closed since October for the largest renovation in its 97-year history. We have a special guest today to tell us what we can expect when we next visit the state's premier natural history museum. Dr. Susan Weller is the museum director. Dr. Weller, thank you so much for being here. This is very exciting. Give us a kind of an overview of what we can expect at the new and improved 97-year-old museum.
Well, thank you, Diane, first for inviting me to be here today. And first off, when you come up the front stairs and walk in, it will seem so bright and vibrant. And all the old lighting has been replaced with LED, environmentally friendly lights. It is still sensitive, color sensitive for the exhibits, so it won't fade them. The other thing you'll notice is the visitor desk is beautiful, functional. It doesn't matter if you're 2 foot tall or regular adult size. There is a spot where you can go and talk to someone. So it's multi-level. And then moving out beyond that, you'll see new signs, new exhibit labels, and they're bright and they're colorful. And for the first time, I have to confess, I'm an entomologist, someone who studies insects, not elephants. So it's really helpful to me that the signage explains where the fossils came from, why they're important, and what the landscape looked like when they were living. And so it's the interpretation has been changed, and it's all fully ADA accessible, which is very important to us.
But everything we've loved about Morrill Hall is still there.
Oh yes, everything you love. The elephants are there parading through time, and the Dolan murals are still there. However, we've added some new things. So,
All right, well, let's get to that in a second. But first of all, we want to talk about who we have to thank for all of this. This was a $9.3 million deferred maintenance renovation project. What was the source of that funding?
well, it was the legislature and the governor, LB 384. It was thanks to the our wise state senators. They provided funds to the university, and the university had Morrill Hall as one of its priorities for upgrades so that we could better serve Nebraskans.
That's wonderful. Let's dive into a few more specifics. I know about half of that, half of those funds went into the HVAC and the windows. So you'll be able to control a lot more with the temperatures and also the humidity, which is so important for museums.
Absolutely. It's our HVAC system was from the 1980s, and when I first arrived in 2015, I was told that chicken wire and duct tape were my friends.
Oh boy.
And so we are so happy that we've gone beyond that, and they are assembling the new HVAC system this spring, and then the second half of it in the fall. So there's actually 2 different centers of HVAC systems that take care of the east and the west side, but will be balanced throughout the year to keep creature comfort.
And then you mentioned some of the ADA work that's been done to make the building more accessible.
Yes, absolutely. So before, if you needed an ADA bathroom, you had to go either on the 2nd floor or up to the 4th floor. Now every single floor has an ADA bathroom. We also added a family room, a quiet space for nursing mothers and other parents. And then we have not 1, not 2, but 3 classrooms now.
Yay!
So more educational programs can be given.
And also more and longer camps for the kids.
Yes, so our Discovery camps are going to be full-day camps this summer before they're only half-day, and starting in June and running through July. And I encourage everyone to go to our website, www.unl.
Museum.unl.edu.
Yes.
Okay.
And yes, so we'll have those programs, and yes, the school buses have started coming back. We're very happy.
All right, well, let's go through a few of the nuts and bolts here. Morrill Hall, the University of Nebraska State Museum, is at 645 North 14th Street on the UNL campus. It's open from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Tuesdays through Saturdays, and noon to 5 on Sundays. If you'd like more information, you can call 402-472-2637. And again, that website that Dr. Weller mentioned, museum.unl.edu. Be sure to check that out for all the latest information. Let's talk a little bit about, well, you mentioned the Elizabeth Dolan murals. Those are still there, but there's also some things that have been added, some new exhibits.
Yes, the newest exhibit, which will open April 19th, so just around the corner, is The Photo Ark by Joel Sartori.
Now that's exciting.
Yes, we will become the permanent home of Joel's wonderfully curated sets of photos and videos, and can't wait to open that up to the public. Near his photo ark, we have the Elizabeth Dolan exhibit, which is the first time we explain in our museum the life and impact this amazing Nebraskan has had on not only our museum, but Nebraska more generally. She painted all the large-scale murals in our building in 1 year.
Oh my goodness.
1 year.
She must have lived there.
I think so.
Wow. And then you also have tree houses coming up?
Yes, so we have a temporary exhibit that will start when Archie's party, I believe, is June 8th. We will open tree houses, and it's all about the critters that live in the trees around us. So if you love squirrels or birds, or just think of beetles that live in trees, you'll be able to be in the trees with the animals.
Let's talk a little bit about the planetarium too, because you've got some changes that you'd like to do to the planetarium, but also something that's already been added.
Yes, we have put in a new projection system, so it is very crisp star field. It is highly interactive, so our planetarium educator can take you to many places in the universe, and we have new shows. This coming on April 6th is Astronomy Night, and so it is an evening program from 5 to 8, and I encourage all our aspiring astronauts to come and visit us.
Sounds fun. I think I'm a little too old to be an astronaut, but you never know. Let's look ahead then. As we mentioned, the museum is 97 years old, so Centennial is coming up in just 3 short years. So I imagine you've started planning for that.
We have just begun to take our heads up above the deferred maintenance, and so we are beginning to dream about what that might look like, and thinking about what exhibits we'll bring in. I do invite the community to send their ideas to us, and through the website, and we will continue to update. I have to confess, there's so many possibilities. We're trying to narrow it down so it's manageable.
That'll be the hard part. Well, with all the improvements at the museum and with things you've got planned for the future, you can tell that so much thought has gone into making the experience even better for visitors, and also to maintain the fabulous exhibits you have.
Yes. No, it's for those who have visited our 4th floor, Cherish, Nebraska, that renovation, which was completed in 2019, we're taking that look and feel of the interactivity and the fun, the learning through games, video games, and so forth, and we're tastefully, I think, integrating it throughout the museum, that style, that approach. So again, when people come, they'll notice it first on the basement with the photo arc and the Elizabeth Dolan exhibits, the science of saving species, and as we look forward, we'll be adding more of those elements to the main floor, to the elephants themselves, our mastodons and mammoths. Even Archie needs a loving upgrade.
Sometimes it's just keeping Archie clean, I'm sure, is a chore.
It is, and he needs to be dusted annually and inspected for any little cracks that might have happened in the last year. So we do keep an eye on him.
Long live Archie.
Yes.
All right. Again, the museum is open every day except for Mondays. You can find out more information at museum.unl.edu. I do encourage you to check out the great website. Dr. Weller, thank you so much for being here, and looking forward to the next visit to Morrill Hall.
Oh, can't wait to see you there.
All right.
Thanks.
There's a saying, it's not what you look at that matters, it's what you see. And from the outside looking in, you probably haven't seen much. Perhaps you've only heard of the cornfields and corn heads. Those are here, and here to stay. But look closer, and you'll discover where corn meets road is a group of people who make this place called Lincoln awesome. Here, strangers are welcomed as friends, and travelers are treated as locals. A place that when you leave is somehow unexpectedly on your mind. Like other growing cities, we've got it all. Award-winning local breweries, captivating museums, curated fine art, innovative cuisine, charming shops and boutiques, a rich tradition of sports, and a diverse selection of entertainment. Experience is what matters. And community, well, that's our pride and joy. It's why 297,622 people, and counting, call it home. So when you come to Lincoln and discover everything this big little town in the Midwest has to offer, remember, with every interaction, moment, and experience you have, don't just look. See.